Congratulations on the win. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling sore. I'm happy though. I'm happy, but yeah.
Can you give us an update on your hand? I see it's wrapped up there.
Um, I don't know. I gotta get an X-ray once I get home. It's a little pretty sore. I don't think it's broken, but who knows? So once I get home, I'll get an X-ray, and then yeah.
What do you think of your performance overall?
I'm happy. I gotta show my striking and my grappling. Um, I'm happy, but there's still a lot of work to do.
What did you think of your opponent? Was that the kind of fight that you had expected going in there?
I did. I have a lot of respect towards my opponent, Cameron, and so is a really good team. It was the kind of fight I was expecting. I think he kind of second guessed me. I feel like he thought I was gonna try and take him down the whole entire time. I come from a really good MMA gym. We got the best grapplers, the best striking coaches. Not even striking coaches, MMA coaches in general. So I feel like I kind of surprised him because he did tell me after the fight that I kind of surprised him.
Did he say what you did that surprised him?
It was just more like that eye to eye contact, and you're like oh, it was like this kind of fight.
Was there anything about him that surprised you?
Yeah, he's tough, super tough. I felt like I got him some couple good times around the chin, and like I knew I rocked him, but he stayed in there and never wanted to way out. So yeah, he surprised me with his toughness.
I got to ask about the weight miss. Can you talk to us a little bit about what happened there?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's like sometimes you give everything. You're so dialed in camp. You give your 100% towards the camp, and then you come in the lowest you ever been in the weight in fight week, and then like last minute your body doesn't want to give any weight off, and it's just so heartbreaking. It's like I love the UFC. I sacrificed my whole teenage years, my young adult years to be here, and then just for your body not to correspond the way you want to, it's heartbreaking. It's like I don't want to lose money. It's not like I come into the fight and like hope I can give $10,000, $12,000 to my opponent. I got a family. I want to retire my parents, so it's not like I want to miss weight on purpose. But it's just heartbreaking.
Is it something you think that going into the next one that you'll be able to fix, or was it, like you said, sort of more just it just happened that way? It wasn't like you did something wrong along the way?
It was just one of those things like it just happened. It's like this is the lowest weight I've ever been coming into fight week, and then like I do my first cut on Thursday. I got like 4 or 5 pounds left. I'm like, this is the lowest I've ever been. And then at night, it's like you start sweating again. Nothing comes off, and it's just frustrating. I want to take some time off, let my body heal, and then we'll decide what's next for me.
So on that note, what's the timeline? You think maybe fight next year, or do you want to try and get one in before the end of the year, or is it going to be sometime?
Early next year. Early next year. I want to enjoy Thanksgiving with my family. But if there's a short notice at 45 in December, I'll take it. But for now, I just want to take a couple of days off, and then just enjoy the holidays, and then back to the gym.
Is there anyone in particular you have your eye on that you'd like to fight next?
No special names, but I would love to fight on a pay-per-view. I love fighting with fans. I love that environment. I've only tasted that once, and that was my last fight against in the Miami card, and that was such an addicting feeling, fighting with fans. I fought on the Apex like 4 times already. Nothing wrong with the Apex. I love the Apex, but it's just so much fun going fighting with fans.
Thank you so much.
Hey, mate. Last year at the Contender Series, like Goral Rosas and Cameron Simon were 2 of the top prospects to come from there. Are you a prospect killer considering what's happened this year?
I feel like I'm a prospect myself. I don't really consider myself a prospect killer. I'm a prospect myself.
Do you feel like, considering like the hype that they've had, do you feel like you were under the radar, and now after those 2 performances, it's kind of unavoidable that people should know your name as much as they knew those guys' names?
Maybe. I feel like I would like a little bit more recognition from the media, but at the end of the day, I'm not here to be an influencer on social media. I'm here to fight. I think I don't have to talk on social media, really expose myself. I think that my fighting does the talking. I think that's what's more important.
You said to Amy that you wanted a little time off. Do you want to fight again this year, or are you looking at early 2024?
Early 2024, but if there's a short notice at 45 in December, I'll take it. If that's what the UFC wants to do, I'll take it for sure. But I just want to heal up a couple injuries. But after that, I'll be ready to go.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Big win, solid performance. I don't remember too many bouts where we've seen you bleed. It's a factor, something you know can't necessarily train for. Did it bother you at all, or did that kind of like get you going? Like, oh man, I'm really in a fight now.
It kind of got me going. I was like, damn, I'm really in a fight now, you know? This is the first time I ever bled in a fight. But I've been training with killers my whole entire life. I've been training with world champions my whole entire life. My teammates are world champions. My coaches are world champions. So it's not nothing I haven't felt before, you know? And it's something that I know I don't break in there, you know?
Excellent. And you kind of like beat me to my next question. Everybody has a camp, everybody has your training, your partners and that, but when you have the people you surround yourself with, like Coach Duke, how much more does that bring to the table to see, you know, the guys you have in there that have done it before can give you like a blueprint, and now you can just add your own, you know, seasoning to it?
It raises my confidence so high. I feel like my toughest rounds are with Coach Duke. Whenever we do a workouts together, I feel like those are my toughest rounds, you know. And with the blood, it's like I'm Mexican. Tengo sangre mexicana, so it's something that it doesn't faze me.
Absolutely. One thing that I'm sure didn't phase you is that, you know, your opponent has been tied to Drukas, you know, Duplessis, and like, oh, that's his, you know, little brother, and this and that, yada, yada. How are you able to kind of put that to the side? Like, look, just I'm fighting my fight. I don't care who it is. It could be the champion. I'm staying in my lane.
I mean, two of my closest teammates are Anthony Pettis and Sergio Pettis, you know. So it's like my confidence is high too, you know. And at the end of the day, it's just me and him in there. It doesn't matter who he trains with. Doesn't matter where he comes from. At the end of the day, it's me and him in the octagon, and it's whoever wants him more.
And that has to just only add to that. I mean, you've got a Bellator champion, a former WC champion, a former UFC champion.
Yep.
It's almost expected of you to you know, climb those rankings and fight for gold. Your performance, real quick, it was solid. Were you surprised at all that your wrestling really was factored in there, and you didn't really have too much trouble getting him planted on the mat there?
No, I knew my grappling superior, my grappling coach, Chris Wright. We work those takedowns every single day, the grappling exchanges. So it's something that he helps me so much. He helps my confidence. He reminds me how good my grappling is. Sometimes I kind of second guess my grappling, but he always reminds me how good it is and to trust it, you know. And I trust him, and here we are.
Excellent. And last for me, you mentioned, you know, being proud of who you are, where you're from, your heritage, sangre mexicana and everything. How great is it that like we got flags back in the octagon now, and you can bring that out for the next one?
It feels great. I'm kind of dumb. I forgot my flag in my book bag, so I'm like, damn, I should have brought it. But I had the Mexican flag, and then on the other side, I have the American flag. I have Mexican roots in me, but my parents are both Mexican. They both came to this country with nothing, to this beautiful country of the United States. You know, it's like they came here to give me a better future, and here we are in the United States, and this is my future.
Awesome, man. Great job honoring them, and congrats on the big win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sir.
Christian, right here. Right here. Talking about your heritage, obviously the UFC had Noche UFC. They've talked about how they are thinking of wanting to do something at the Sphere at some point. Is that something you'd be interested in doing and trying to honoring your roots and your heritage?
Hell yeah, I would love to find that dome. That's such a cool spot. I'm at the hotel on the Strip, and I see that the dome every day. I'm like, damn, this is so crazy. Like how there's like a whole like a screen on the outside. That's insane. But I would love to fight there.
And then kind of jumping off what was mentioned earlier about being a Contender Series alum, for you, season 7, this last season just finished up. What did you make of it? And is there anyone that you have your eye on if you watched a lot of it or not?
There's a lot of good fighters, a lot of really tough fighters, a lot of hungry fighters like myself. I don't really have any names in mind right now, but whoever the UFC would want to give me I'm always open to it. I will never turn a fight down, and I'm always ready.
Awesome. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Yes, sir.
Thank you.